we came up with an innovation of induction cooktop which counts whistles of the cooker.
I wouldn't have believed.
Yeah.
People are thinking that modernity kitchen mein nahi jayenge or will not go, but it's turning out to be the opposite.
Yeah.
More people are entering the kitchen.
Yeah, how we are pushing and talking about to the consumers that welcoming back to them to the kitchen.
From being a kitchen essential to a symbol of innovation, TTK Prestige has been a part of Indian homes for over 6 decades. But how does a brand stay relevant in a country where both kitchens and people who cook are changing so rapidly? In this edition of Brand Dialogues, we explore with Anil Gurnani, CSMO of TTK Prestige, the evolving dynamics of Indian households, the innovation playbook behind the brand, and what the future holds for the Indian kitchen. Great being here, Anil, in Prestige's office in Bangalore. Really happy to be here. And it's an occasion. I mean, you've won several trust awards now in this year, much more than last year's. So you're in cookware as well as you're also in pressure cookers, as you've always been leading. But you are a company which is, I think, looks at the kitchen more carefully than any other brand. Probably penetrated so. So what's changing in the Indian kitchen today?
Thanks, first of all, giving me this opportunity and welcoming you over here to the office. See, if you see, as you rightly said, we are the brand which we feel that we should own the kitchen space. Okay, so it's not about we started the journey with pressure cookers, went on to cookwares, now went into appliances in last 20 years. So we are a number one brand in induction cooktops, in the gas stoves as well, apart from cookers and cookwares. So we have, as an organization, also evolved and tried to own the whole kitchen space over there. So if you really ask me, definitely lots of things are happening into the kitchen space. In terms of the TG also is changing a lot. Okay, earlier as a brand maybe we used to look at only women at maybe 35 to 50 years or something like that. Okay, 35 to 60, that kind of TG. That has also completely changed. It's not about only women. Men are also cooking. They are into the kitchen over there. Number two is the age cohort is also changing a lot over there. So it's not only about 35 plus or something. People, Gen Z consumers are also interacting with.
Do you see teens coming into the
Yeah, a lot. In fact, because we have right now categories such as induction cooktops, kettles, okay, which that our consumers at a young age are interacting with it. Okay, they are completely safe. And these are, the first kitchen appliances they are interacting with right now. It's cookware, kettles, induction cooktops. So if you're in a college, stay in a hostel or in a PG as a, bachelor, definitely you have kettles and induction cooktops now.
Is the mindset changing of the people who enter the kitchen?
Yeah. So in fact, see, definitely people earlier used to talk about convenience over there. So going to the kitchen, making it was a far tougher job, people, and that's the space that we are trying, to ask, say, consumers that this is not the space that you need to be feared of. Okay. This is a space we want to make the space welcoming to the consumer. Enjoyable. In fact, I don't know whether you saw, so we had this campaign of Let's Get Cooking campaign, wherein, it talked about, celebrating your imperfections. Super. So, okay, it's not about the first time you're making something. So it's not something that we want to look at only, master chefs or something of that. So, someone who is a veteran in cooking, but someone who is just trying cooking.
In a way, I would say that it's a generation after generation, people are thinking that modernity kitchen mein nahi jayenge or will not go, but it's turning out to be the opposite.
Yeah.
More people are entering the kitchen.
Yeah, like, in fact, a lot. In fact, and in fact, lots of appliances are coming that way. You didn't have Nutri blenders, earlier. Okay, nowadays with health as a factor which consumers are looking at, you have all the Nutri bakes where you make all the smoothies, juices, and all. You have air fryers. Okay, nowadays, last 5 years, this category has evolved a lot. People are talking about health, and more consumers are getting. And these are appliances are helping consumers, the first time goers also, or otherwise, or what I would say, to do something into the kitchen and easily can be done. So no need of you, having warming up the oil, gas stove or something. Air fries, just air fry it and just make it, healthier also, and it's easier also.
And as tasty.
Yeah, as tasty as that.
So one question does arise, and if you can share something unique for our audiences, there are plenty of them. So what's coming next for Prestige? What's the big innovation that you're going to give us?
See, lots of things definitely are in pipeline. Something definitely I won't say because obviously that you will come out as a novelty. But something like, for example, we are coming up with a chimney wherein So normally chimney has a problem that it has a noise problem, right? People we turn it off, kitchen looks like a factory or something like that. Okay, and more and more people are going toward high suction powers over there. More and more voices and noises coming. So in that we have come out with a chimney wherein as you have in split ACs, you have the blower outside. Okay, kept outside. So this way, the chimney, the blower will be outside.
And that's
Placed
an
outside.
innovation.
Yeah, only with us over there.
Okay.
Okay, so that the sound is not at all there into your house. In the same chimney, you have IoT enablement. So for example, gas leakage is a big safety hazard concern that everyone looks at. So if there is any gas leakage from the gas stove, the chimney will sense it, sends a signal to your mobile, sends a notification there is a gas leakage. It will automatically turn on, so that it absorbs the gas out over there and sends a notification to you as well. And then we have come up with the air fryer recently last month only, wherein it's a air fryer come griller. Okay, so normally you have see nowadays you need to really look at appliances which can do many jobs together.
Have to.
Okay,
Otherwise,
because there's so many appliances, gadgets you get into, and nowadays the kitchen space is shrinking and shrinking. Okay, these few age house homes you see nowadays it is going into an open kitchen,
Yes, yes.
lesser space. Okay,
Absolutely.
so for that, in fact, you need appliances which can do multifunctions over there.
So when you innovate like this, does it get quickly absorbed? Do you have to push it? How does the consumer look at such innovations?
See, definitely lots of thing matters in terms of how you communicate as well, and the what right channel you pick up over there. For us as an organization, we have very good opportunity in terms of the franchisee stores that we have. So in a way, we are ourselves a retailer. We have 700 plus stores at a pan India level. So we get that advantage of placing all these novelty innovation products into those stores because these are at least controlled by us. So consumer get a first hand feel of 700 stores at a pan India level. So we get, and one another thing is we get a quick feedback about the product as well. Okay, whether it's liked, not liked, how was the response about it. Okay, so that's an advantage that we get. So it's many a times important how you communicate.
Correct.
Example, we just launched a gas stove with a 75% efficiency. Normally, all gas stoves are at around 67% efficiency. That is a BIS norm, so everybody goes only through that. And no consumer knows that 1/3 of your gas is getting wasted.
Absolutely. Okay. I didn't know.
Nobody is talking about. So, but we came up with that idea. Let's look at increasing the thermal efficiency.
Wonderful.
The gas, one, it is lighter onto the pocket of the consumer, and other thing, it becomes a more of a greener, initiative as well. Less and less gas that you burn in the environment. The people what is coming to how innovatively you talk about it. So one, we got a stamp from B with the first 4-star gas stove. With that,
Wow,
okay.
wow.
So nobody is gas stoves getting B star is
It's
not
only in
mandatory.
fridges.
Yeah, it's not mandatory. It's just voluntarily as of now. But we went ourselves, registered our gas stove, gave them for the testing and all, and they gave us the 4-star rating with that. And nobody in India has that kind of glass top gas stove with a 4-star rating. Now, how to communicate with the consumer? Then we innovatively came up with a TVC communication wherein the thermal efficiency was being talked with mileage of a car.
Nice.
Okay, so because mileage everyone advertise in India, okay, everyone talks about kitna deti hai, that's a famous this thing. So with this, what happens, so then we tried to relate thermal efficiency with mileage. Okay, so now अब gas stove की बात होगी तो mileage की बात होगी. So that is how we started communicating that over there.
Right.
So such things you need to completely evolve. One is getting the product, but getting it rightly communicated, getting to the right channel.
Right.
Because many products are such that you have to get into only e-com channel. Maybe something you will get into our exclusive store. Something would be good for your modern trade stores. Something would be for general trade. So you need to completely innovate and look at where to launch, which will give the maximum traction for you on there.
So let's jump to one more question. This is always in my mind for the last few months since I saw the results of the Brand Trust Report 2025. You always used to lead in pressure cooker. This year you've also led in cookware.
Yeah.
And your pressure cooker is in top 100 brands. We list top 1,000.
Yeah.
You're already there in top 100. So there is something significant happening in cookware and what you've done with pressure cooker as well, which is a traditional old kind of a category. What is it? What have you done?
So in terms of cookwares, we have recently launched quite a few product portfolios into it. One is the tri-ply with, SS lid and a glass lid. That's a big evolution nowadays. We got into a PTFE, a honeycomb coating onto the tri-ply as well. Hexa magic that we call it. So that is one. Another is we also innovated on the ceramic coating cookwares. With more and more, PTFE coating being talked about. So we came up with an alternate option of, ceramic coating. That is, Ceraglide as we call it. So we came up with different colors also now with that, with the traction that we got. So lots of such things we have evolved because we are the leader into this category and we need to lead the way. So we take that onus and responsibility on us to, educate more and innovate more and more into that. Similarly for pressure cooker also. See, pressure cooker definitely challenges, you can't do so GRS technology. We got it first in India some 50 years back. Okay, we never patented it because we wanted everyone to absorb it. Okay, so because otherwise would have painted it and patented it, nobody would have been able to come with that. And the cooker wouldn't have been as safe as it was because earlier days that was the biggest problem. But we never patented it because we wanted everybody to adopt it.
Perhaps this is the first open source.
Yeah, that's
The open source
because we wanted the adoption of the as an overall cooker category to get into India rather than restricting it to ourselves. After that, it is much more of only material changes. So you got into aluminum to start with, then you got into stainless steel. Now you have a tri-ply cooker. But functioning wise, looks wise, cooker looks cooker. Okay, so that's a bigger challenge over there. So we got into a technology of a flip-on cooker. So normally you have an inner lid cooker and an outer lid cooker. So every consumer has its, over the years, whatever they're habituated to, they use it that. So we came up, why to talk about inner lid and outer lid? Because it's just a question of how you open it and close it over there. So we came up with a flip-on cooker. It is just with a simple handle, just open it, flip it, it gets open, flip it, it gets closed. Over there, just in with your one hand, you can do that operation. Yeah, with full safety. Induction cooktop, since we are also a leader over there, we came up with an innovation of, induction cooktop, which counts whistles of the cooker. Really? I wouldn't have believed. Yeah, so that's basically one of the pain points that we saw. Normally, someone keeps a cooker, so you tell some the chef will, chef will taste that someone that count the whistle, sim the gas door, post this many whistles. That's a big pain point. Counting those whistles. So we came up with an induction cooktop. Okay, you operate with that, so you can preset the number of whistles and post that it turns warm.
But do you look at, let's say, more evolved kitchens, which is maybe in the Western world? Do you look at them as an inspiration so far?
Yeah. So definitely we keep on looking at those. In fact, we have a 100% subsidiary unit in London with Howard as a player as well, who is into cookwares over there. So we get learnings from there also what's happening over there to that part of the world. We continuously go and visit to all the fairs that happens, China fair, the country fair and all. So that, you get those learnings over there, what's happening over there. You get some, inspirations from there, that something good is happening. So you can't take much nowadays from outside and launch it over there, but at least you learn something more. So always I have believed that, keep all your eyes, ears open. There are lots of things outside, from where you can learn a lot. You can never stop learning actually.
One last question for you. With AI climbing onto everything, will we soon see your induction is already counting whistles? Will we see your cooker saying "ho gaya" when something like that happens soon?
Maybe, you never know. Definitely AI is a technology wherein we are also uh, fastly evolving and using that technology wherever possible. We are using it in terms of getting those consumer database. So we see, because we as an organization have lots of consumer touch points. We have in our PXN stores,
Of course.
more than 1 lakh walk-ins in a month. Wow. Okay. Service centers are there. Our website is there. So lots of consumers are interacting with various channels through social media over there. So the AI is helping us now, in terms of collating and, looking at this data very differently over there, analyzing it, how the purchasing, buying behavior of an consumer is, from where to where he has shifted. He went to a store, then he went into a social media, he went to a e-com platform, then he went to our website. How he has, traveled that journey over.
Right.
So all those things help us, to understand, how the purchasing behavior. In fact, one of the, what we saw is, at least 60% of the consumers who bought offline, okay, from a store, have served in online platforms before purchasing.
Okay.
Okay, so people, it's not that if they're purchasing is offline, they are not Visiting, yeah. So online is you have to be omni-channel. So you have to be present. Of course, you can't be a brand that you are only in one channel. That I'm only in online. I'm in GT or only in stores. Yeah. So you have to be omni-channel. So all this AI is helping us to evolve that. In fact, how the journey of, for example, a person who has bought a pressure cooker, and how many times he gets a mixer grinder, and after how many years he will upgrade himself to a new material. Right. Okay, or when he will go into a mixer grinder category. So with this technology coming up, you can actually look at, understand the behavior, and look at your marketing, communications accordingly. Absolutely. I mean, it's been a great pleasure talking to you, Anil. Thanks so much for the time. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.
From tradition to technology, TTK Prestige continues to create new rhythms of the Indian kitchen. I thank Anil Gurnani, CSMO TTK Prestige, who gave us a glimpse of India's smarter tomorrows. Kitchens are the hearts of homes, and we now know more about the brand keeping the flame alit here. Till the next edition of this series, this is Chandramauli signing off. Stay inspired, stay curious.